All right, guys. I am going live in the Facebook group today. If you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you guys as well. If you are on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, as well as click the link to join the Facebook group if you are not in it. There's tons of value in there that is separate from these videos. If you guys are in the Facebook group, the YouTube is dope because you guys, like for me, I'll put in my AirPods and listen to it without necessarily having to watch it. So if you're in the Facebook group and are not following the YouTube channel, make sure to search for the group name in YouTube. You will be able to find us there. And yeah, we will go ahead and get into the topic that I wanted to cover with you guys today. This was something that I was thinking about last night. I'm in the process of doing a lot of this specific thing in my business. And this isn't necessarily as much marketing related as it is mindset related. But if you guys know me, you know that I fucking love the mindset stuff. Like they go hand in hand, right? The whole concept of owning a business, building it up to be successful, all really happens to be so interconnected with personal growth and mindset shifts, right? So what I wanted to talk about with you guys today is the concept of doing things and getting things done, okay? Now, you might listen to that and think that they're the exact same thing, and they're not, right? So let's define both of these. Doing things, at least in my definition, is like me doing a thing, right? I have task A, B, and C that I need to get done today. I would do those things. Getting things done can be a little more broad, but what I like to think of as getting things done is the task needs to be done. Task A, B, and C needs to be done regardless of whether I do the task or not. Okay. So most of you guys that are, I mean, a lot of you guys, even that are doing 1 million plus a year that I've talked to, you guys are doing too much shit. Okay. So if we can take this out of context of the gun stuff and we think about, let's put this in, like we were watching a cooking show last night, right? Maybe you guys don't like to cook, maybe you guys barbecue or whatever, but let's think of this in the mindset of cooking. Imagine that you are a chef, right? You love to cook, okay? And you're like, I'm going to start a business being a cook. Well, the problem here is you can't be a cook and you can't run the business at the same time. Maybe you can for a short while. Maybe you can get to a specific point where you're making XYZ number of dollars per month. But what happens is you can't do two things at once. You can't run the business 100%, and you can't be a cook 100%. That's 200%, right? You don't have that. And you don't want to split it in half. You don't want to do 50-50 because then you're fucking half-assing both tasks, right? So that's where you see people that start a company and let's say they're the chef, and eventually they hire somebody to actually run the business and they just become the head chef, right? So in the sense of like what you guys do, this might be relevant to you in the sense of, let's say that you guys do Cerakote or laser or custom builds. I just got off the phone with a guy that does custom builds. It's really cool, right? The problem is that what happens is when you go to scale your business, you can't do custom builds all day and grow the business and manage it and manage people and things like that, right? So I mentioned earlier that this is something that I'm working on. My goal is to really outsource almost all of my work to my team, right? Delegate it to my team so that I can focus on like 2 or 3 main things that are all in like one batch, right? So it's mainly like marketing, sales would realistically be like the two main things, right? And they're so connected, right? They are separate things, but for me, they're both things that I do together. For example, like creating content like this is both marketing and it leads into the selling process, right? So the value that I'm hoping to imbue on you guys that you guys can take home from this is that if you are the owner and the operator, that can only go on so long. You're going to hit a ceiling, and it's not going to be a glass ceiling. It's going to be a fucking concrete ceiling that you're not going to be able to go through. So if you're expecting to grow your business and you are the only dude or whatever, chick, whatever, if you're the only person that's actually doing the work, if you plan on going past a specific level, and depending on what your business is, there's not like a general level that I can say. If you want to get past 30K a month, right? It depends on your business, your demographics, your ability to deliver the products and services and things like that. But the point that I'm trying to make to you guys is you can't do both forever, right? Right now, maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you can do that, right? But a mistake that I see many of you guys make, and I know it because I've made it, and I still make this mistake sometimes, is you try to do everything yourself because you think that you're saving money. By not having to pay somebody else, you think that you're saving money. Where that fucks you up is you as the business owner need to be focused on only one thing, literally only one thing: income generating activities. Activities that bring cash flow into the business is what you need to be focusing on 100% of the time. Okay. And right now, maybe you can't do that, and that's okay. But your goal should be to get to that point to where that's all you're focusing on. With me, it's marketing and sales, right? Those are income generating activities. If I was the one actually building these websites and setting you guys up with email marketing systems and doing the SEO work on your website, dude, you guys would have a terrible time. Like, it would take me months to get anything done. Like, it would just be a terrible time, right? So I have a team for that we've all trained on our processes and our SOPs that I've set up because I used to do all that shit, right? So what you guys might be able to take away from this is you should be thinking ahead and setting up these processes, writing down everything you do. If you are a Cerakoter or a laser engraver or whatever, film everything. Film everything. One, you can use it for marketing, but two, when you film this shit, you can actually talk through it as if think of it as if it were like a YouTube video of you teaching somebody how to do exactly what you do. I mean, like, to the type of toothpicks that you use to stir your paint or whatever, right? Like, down to everything, right? Because the goal behind this is that eventually you can bring somebody in and teach them how to do exactly what you do so that you can run the business and focus on income generating activities. That chef example, eventually the chef either stops cooking and runs the business, or the chef either hires somebody to run the business and stays on as the head chef. Those are your two options, and it's exactly the same for your business. You can continue doing the heavy work forever, hire somebody else to run your business for you. Basically, at that point, you might as well just be working a 9 to 5 for somebody else because it's them running the show at that point. Or you can stop doing the work eventually, teach somebody else how to do it that can replicate what you do, and then you can focus on those income generating activities. The reason that I say that this is like a CEO mindset is that, like, in a larger business, everything is compartmentalized. Okay. Everybody has, you have a CEO, a CMO, right? You have all these different department heads, right? The head of marketing, right? All these different departments and things like that. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be a business like that. I value myself on having a very small and intimate team that we all are on the same page. It's easy to communicate. We're able to make changes very quickly and things like that. Which realistically is probably where most of you guys are going to end up. I don't see very many of you guys having more than like 10, 20, 30 employees, right? I've worked retail at a place that had a high number of employees, and it was really terrible because at that point, the communication breaks down. If you guys remember the telephone game when you were kids, right? So again, my ultimate goal here is for you guys to understand that your time is valuable, right? Get to a point where you're making some cash and then figure out what it will cost to delegate your activities that are non-income generating to somebody else and pay them, right? For example, like, I'm worth at minimum $150 an hour. If I can pay somebody to clean my house and it's $90 an hour, then it's cheaper for me to pay somebody to clean my house than it is for me to clean my house, right? If it was $250 to pay somebody to clean my house and I'm worth $150 an hour, then it wouldn't make sense for me to pay them, at that point, it would make sense for me to clean the house because I would save money. Don't think of your time as something that's not worth money. Your time is worth a lot of money. Okay. So you guys are pissing your time away by doing all of the things, giving 50% here and 10% here and 20% here, right? And then another 20% over there or whatever. And so what happens is the quality of the products, your customer service, your sales, everything drops because while you're looking one way, something else is going on, right? The Kansas City Shuffle. Focus on the important things that are going to generate cash flow for your business, particularly coming into the time that we are now, where we're in this recession. If you're afraid of not being able to make more or enough money, you need to focus only on those income generating activities and delegate these processes of the deliverables out to somebody else that you can pay for much cheaper than it would cost you to do it yourself. I hope this is helpful, guys. Like I said, if you're on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. If you're in the group, you guys rock. You guys are my core. But it would be awesome if you guys would subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be killer. I have tons more content coming out for you. It is, again, me getting out of the process of doing a lot of the things so that I can create more content and help you guys out in more or different ways. If you guys need any help, if you have any questions, let me know. Shoot me a DM. Click the link below. Grab a discovery call with me. We can kind of walk through where you're at and if there's anything that I might be able to help out with. Cool. I am out. It's lunchtime. Catch you guys later.